I'm Barb, Meeble PhD.
And I'm her husband, Andrew.
And today we're going to do a playthrough of A Thieve's Fortune.
This game is designed by Konstantinos Kokinis and Sotirios Tsantilas, with art by Kinetic and published by Artipia Games. It's a game of tableau building and resource management, using resources you extract from your future.
So let's go down to the table and see who is the master of space, time, and thievery.
So in this game, we are all thieves who have broken into the royal treasury and stolen a magical hourglass. And this hourglass gives us power over the ability to control our future, to choose which portions of the future become our present, and our present will then become our past and provide us with points. So in this game, we're going to have a present area here, and I'll have my future cards over here. And we will play cards into the future. And if you look at the upper left of each card, there's an indication of what the resources are. There's an indication of the resources that get put on each card when it goes into our future. So this one will take 2 swords. So we'll put 2 swords on it. In the next loot phase, we get to take resources from future cards. So I can take a sword and add it to my collection of resources. When I've taken all of the resources off a card, it immediately goes from the future into the present. So it'll move into this display. This display has 3 rows for locations, characters, and events. And your present only has room for 4 cards. So when you bring in a 5th card, the leftmost card will go off to your past. So it'll just go off into a stack. And the new card comes in as the rightmost card. So locations grant you ongoing powers of different sorts. And characters have abilities you can activate once per round to get things or do things. And events are one-time use cards where you perform whatever the event's description says, and then the card goes off to the past. So here we have a setup for a 2-player game. So Barb and I both have our present location set up, and we'll be adding cards to our future around the edge of the board. We have a starter location and a starting character. The round starts with a planning phase that's basically a drafting phase. So in most card drafting games, you have a hand of cards, you pick one card and pass the rest of the hand along. A Thief's Fortune has a more complicated drafting mechanism where you have a hand of 5 cards, you pick one card that will go in your future area and get the resources there, and then you will pass 2 of your remaining cards on to the next player. And so this continues, picking cards and putting them in your future until everyone only has 2 cards left. And then you get handed 2 cards from the previous player. You pick one to go in your future, as before. The last card, you gain the favor bonus, which is indicated right at the bottom of each card. And these are either resources or sometimes extra cards, or you get to remove danger or some other useful bonus. So the second phase in each round is the loot phase, where you take resources from the future. So you're going to have an array of cards laid out in your future, and one at a time you pick a resource and add it to your collection. If a card is left with no resources on it, it immediately slides into the present in whichever row the card belongs to. Then in the third phase, the action phase, we go around the board. Everyone can do 1 or 2 actions until we decide to pass and exit the round. So the actions you can do are, you can activate characters So you'll carry out whatever the instructions are on the character and then exhaust it to mark that you've used it this round. Or you can activate an event. Events are one-time use cards, so you'll just do whatever they say and then it'll go off to the past to that deck. Or you can spend 2 hourglass tokens to get another resource from the future. This is called spending time. And when you spend time, you can take resources from cards in your own future, or you can take them from these 3 cards in this common area. And as before, if you take the last resource off a card, that card slides into your present.
And those are reset at the beginning of each round.
Correct. So the first player, so we continue doing 1 or 2 actions. When we decide to pass, we exit the round and can't do any more actions. The first player to pass will get the start player marker, which is this camel. Once everyone has passed, we do the bribe phase. Based on the level of danger on our danger track, we need to pay for that with 1 basic resource for each danger you have. And the basic resources are swords, lamps, and gems. And if you can't pay for all the danger you've encountered, you lose points, 1 point for each shortfall of resources. And then we'll remove the extra danger that you couldn't pay for. And then we move on to the next round. The game is played in 5 rounds, and the number of resources we get to collect during the loot phase varies over each round. That's the number in the upper right here. So it goes from 5 to 7 resources.
And if we were playing with more players, the direction of the draft changes each round. But with 2 players, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we'll just be handing it back and forth. And so at the end of the game, we will have presumably moved our score markers some distance because we got points during the game. We count up all the points on the cards that made it into our past, as indicated at the lower right. And every 5 basic resources that we have left count as 1 point. And then whoever has the most points is the winner.
And anything in your present doesn't score at this phase.
Correct.
Okay, I think we're ready to play.
Okay, let's reset everything.
All right, so let's get started.
Okay, let's take our starting resources, which are the cards at the upper left-hand corner. So I get a lamp and an hourglass.
And I get a sword and an hourglass. Okay.
Okay, so now we do the planning phase, the initial drafting step.
Okay.
So we draw 5 cards, 1 from each stack, and then the 2 extra cards we get to pick. They can come from 1 stack or any combination. So there's your event.
I'm going to do 1 event and 1 character.
Okay.
For my spares.
And I will also I'll do an event and a location, actually. So now we look at these and choose 1 to put in our future and choose 2 that you'll pass to the other player.
Okay.
And I'll put the starting resource on that one, which is just an hourglass.
I don't know. I'm going to go all in on the danger strategy again.
Okay, I will pass you these 2.
And you get those 2. Oh. No.
This one, just gem and an hourglass. And I'll pass you these 2.
Pass those 2. These two are yours.
And now we exchange the last two cards we have. We will choose one to put in our future, and we put resources on the upper left corner as usual. The other card, we gain the favor, which is the bonus indicated at the bottom, and then we discard the card.
I'm torn.
Now discard this and get...
When I discard this one, I get a location that'll also
Okay.
go in my future.
So now we do the loot phase. So in round one, we're going to draw 5 resources from the cards in our own personal future. And if we empty cards off, those cards move into the present.
Okay.
So I'll do one.
So I've put a card in my present that whenever a location is placed in your present, get 1 basic resource and an hourglass.
Okay.
And since I've cleared another one, I get to activate that. But those don't count as my looted resources. Poor life choices.
Okay, so that concludes the loot phase. So now we do the action phase, where we take turns. On each of our turns, we do 1 or 2 actions, or we can pass and exit the round. And the first player to pass becomes the new start player, so they get the little camel indicator. So since I'm the start player, I will activate my traveler. So that's spend a lamp to gain a point. So lamp and a point for green, please.
Mm-hmm.
And the desert location says whenever you activate the traveler, which is the one I just used, get an hourglass. So I get an hourglass as well. So that was one action. The second action I'll do is I'll use the counterfeiter. Get 1 basic resource of a type you already have at least 1 of. So I'll get another lamp. And that was my turn.
Okay. I'm going to activate this one. That was a mistake. Get 1 point, and the player with the most danger reduces 2 danger. So I get to get rid of both of my danger, and I get a point on top of all of it.
Okay.
So that was one action. And then I will do my starter character, where I spend a sword to get another point. And when I activate my Royal Guard, I get an hourglass.
Okay. So I will spend 2 hourglasses to collect 1 resource from either something in my future, but I don't have any future cards, but there's still the common future here. So I will gather this lamp. And I will do it again and collect this danger. And so the thief comes into my present.
Oof.
And we don't replenish the card I just used.
Nope. So I'm going to spend 2 time to grab a gem off of this bodyguard. And then that's it.
Okay. I will use my thief. Gain 1 basic resource from a card in your future. So I'll take a gem from the common future. And I will use this event. Get rid of the loot. Spend 6 basic resources to get 4 points. So the event is a one-time use, so it goes off to the past. And I will spend all my gems and all my lamps for 4 points for green.
Wow.
Okay.
So when this says move 1 resource from a card in your future to another card in your future, can I do that?
I think so. I think the common future is the common future. So except for the loot phase, everything in there counts as being in your future.
I'm not actually sure I want to do that, and maybe I want to become start player instead. Because I don't have enough hourglasses to waste time, which means I can't... I mean, I guess I could get that event, but I would rather have that location.
But that requires 2 collection actions.
I can't do that. So... Oh. Discard a character from your past and your present. How do you discard a card from your past?
Presumably you would take it out of your
Okay.
past deck and return it to the box.
Maybe I'll go ahead and do that then. So I will move that resource, that gem.
Okay.
If you can grab it for me.
Where are you moving it to?
I'm going to move it over to here.
Okay.
So I have another gem that I can grab.
And then
next time.
and this
goes
so
here.
you collect it.
So that's me.
Okay. I think there's nothing else useful I can do, so I'm going to pass, and therefore I will keep the start player marker.
Okay. And I also pass.
So that's the end of the round. So we can reset the characters we activated.
Discard these guys.
So now we start with the second round. So we're still going to collect 5 resources during our loot phase. We'll deal out new cards to the common area. And
so I give you your location and character.
So there's an event, and for the planning phase we pick 2 more cards.
I'm going to take another character.
Take an event.
I'll take an event as well.
And I'll also take a location.
Oh, I can grab that. So once again, we pick 1 to put into our future and 2 to pass on to the other person. This one.
That card in my future, and I will pass these 2 cards to Barb.
Okay, those 2. Whoops.
Okay.
Did we remember the bribe phase?
We forgot the bribe phase.
Okay, we'll just do that now.
Okay.
No, we forgot the bribe phase last time. I didn't have any danger and nothing activated in the bribe phase How
Okay.
about you?
So I had one. I have nothing which activates in the bribe phase, but so I needed to pay one basic resource.
Okay.
Okay, so now we exchange our final two cards. Pick one to play and one to take the favor from. Favor from this one. I'll take a character card, which just goes in my future.
And this one I can take 2 hourglasses, so I'm going to do that. I'm short on hourglasses last round. Okay, so now we loot 5 things from our future. And whenever a location is placed in my presence, I get a resource and an hourglass. Take this and another gem. Same thing. So I get 2 more things. Okay, so those are my 5. Okay, I'm done looting.
Okay. So since I'm the starting player, I can start. I will use the thief to gain 1 basic resource from a card in my future. I will choose this lamp here, which means I collect this location card. And I will use the counterfeiter, get 1 basic resource of a type you already have at least 1 of. So I will get, they're land, I think. And that's 2 actions.
Okay. I was collecting gems because I thought I kept a different card,
Oh,
but I
oops.
did not keep that card. Fortunately, I can spend almost anything to do the stuff I wanted, but I'm gonna spend time twice to get that event into my present, the shared event.
Okay, so you get both of those in the event card itself.
Mm-hmm. And whenever an event is placed in my present, I get an hourglass. So that's my turn.
Okay, so I'll use this event, buying time, get 2 points, so 2 points for green, and all players, including you, get 2 hourglasses.
Ooh, thank you.
And I also have the riverbank. Whenever you activate an event, get an hourglass. So I get a 3rd hourglass. So that was just 1 activation. I'll also use the traveler. Spend a lamp to gain a point. That's another point for green. And the desert. Whenever you activate the traveler, get an hourglass. And that was 2 actions.
Okay. So I'm going to I'm gonna again spend time twice.
Okay.
And this time I'm gonna clear this card. And once again, whenever an event is placed in my presence, I get an hourglass.
So I will use the barber. Add 2 gems on a card in your future. And I assume that means the 2 of them need to go on the same card. So I will put them on the bodyguard here. So that was 1 action. And I will spend 2 hourglasses, spend time to collect this sword, which brings the counterfeiter, which unfortunately bumps my traveler to the past, which is a shame because he gets me points, but you need to start moving things along. So,
well, the only way to
and
get
that
the
was
game
2 actions.
the only way to get the game end points on that one is to get him into your past. So, not too bad. Okay, I will take bad luck and take a danger from you for 3 points.
Okay. So that's 3 points for blue.
And then another 2 points because I have more danger than I have cards in my future.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. I will spend time once again, and I will collect a gem from my own card here.
Okay.
Actually, I'll do a second action. Use the counterfeiter to get a basic resource of a type I already have. I'll get another sword. Okay.
Okay. I will use my royal guard to get a point by giving up a sword. So I guess I will waste some time, or spend some time, to move this into my present. Okay.
Okay. I will pass again because I think there's nothing useful I can do at this point.
Okay. I will also pass.
Okay. So now let's do the bribe phase and not forget it.
Right.
So do you have locations which activate at the start of the bribe phase?
I do not. Do you?
I have 1. The abandoned post at the beginning of the bribe phase, get 1 basic resource. Take a gem. And then we pay 1 basic resource for each danger you have. So I have none.
So I will spend my gems there.
Okay. And that concludes round 2.
Okay, so we reset, clear this out.
So now we go to round 3. And so let's deal out the common future cards again. And now we draw our 3 cards and we get to pick 2 more.
I'll take 2 characters.
I feel like I could make use of events.
This time we're going to be looting 6, so it's good to try to make sure you have at least 6 things to loot. Here's the problem. There are 2 cards I don't want to give you.
No.
But I think it's better. Oh. I think it's better for me to keep this one for myself. So now we choose one to keep and one to discard for its benefit. Wait, yeah, I discarded it without taking its benefit. So I can activate a character card. So I'm going to spend a sword to get 1 point.
That's part of your favor. Okay,
That's part of my
that
favor.
makes sense.
So 1 point for blue.
Okay. All right. So now we do the loot phase. So this time we get to pick 6 resources from cards in our future.
Okay.
I'm bringing in a new location. And I still have 3 more choices.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to push this guy out in a second. But whenever a neutral character is placed in your present, you may reset a character. So I can actually reset that guy. Oh, I'm not going to push him
Now
out.
which one do I want?
Whenever an event is placed in your present can be hourglass, which I just did.
Okay.
Okay, I'm finally done looting.
Okay, so now you do the action phase.
Wait.
Oh, you need to
No,
pick.
I thought. Oh, I did get one more. I put it in the wrong place.
Okay.
I was like, wait.
You should have taken 6.
I did take 6.
Okay.
I put the last one in the wrong place.
Okay. So then since I'm the start player, I will start doing some actions. So I will use the barber. Add 2 gems to a card in your future. So I will pile those on Rush into Danger. And I also use the thief. Get 1 basic resource from a card in your future. I'll take this lamp, which brings in the lamp merchant, which bumps the barber. So I would deliberately try to use him before I sent him to the past. And that was 2 actions.
Okay. I will first use my Royal Guard again. So he gets me 1 point for blue. And then I can get 2 points if I have a friend, a neutral, and a foe in my present. So 2 points. But whenever whenever you activate an event, get a hourglass.
Okay. So I will use the lamp merchant, spend 3 lamps to get 2 points. So 2 points for green. And I will use the bodyguard, move 1 resource from a card in your future to another card in your future. So I'll move that one there. Okay, that was 2 actions.
I don't like you at all right now.
You were hoping to get the lamp merchant?
I was going to get the lamp merchant. Now I have to think. Okay. I will move 1 resource from a card in my future to another card in my future. And then I will spend time to get this gem.
Okay. So I will use the counterfeiter. Gain 1 basic resource of a type you already have at least 1 of. So I'll gain a sword. And then I will use this event. Plans in motion. Gain 2 points if you have 4 activated characters in your present.
That was 1 card
So
I
that's
didn't want to give you.
2 points for green. Okay, and that was my turn.
Okay, so I can get 1 basic resource of a type I already have. I will take another lamp. And then I can spend 2 resources, any basic resources, to get 1 point. So 1 point for blue, please.
Okay, and on my previous turn I forgot I have a riverbank too. So whenever I activate an event, I get an hourglass.
Okay.
So collect an hourglass. Okay, spend time, and I will collect this gem. So the trade route means whenever I spend time to get a basic resource, I get another from the supply, so I get another gem. And also, the inn means whenever I spend time, I may change the position of a character in my present. So I'm going to swap to put the counterfeiter up first. My thought is he's 2 points, not 1, so I may as well bump him into the past if I can. So that's all I'll do.
Okay, I am going to pass.
Okay, so you collect the start player marker. I will spend time again, and I will collect this gem, and by the trade route I get another gem.
I liked that trade route.
Okay, I think at that point I'll be done. So I shall pass.
Okay. So now we do the bribe phase. I do now have a bribe phase. At the beginning of the bribe phase, if you have at least 1 activated foe character, I can reduce 1.
Okay. And I have, at the beginning of the bribe phase, get 1 basic resource. So I'll get a sword.
You have a ton of resources
I do.
over there.
I don't have that much to spend them on.
And now I need to bribe my 3 guards. I will give them gems. I think they will enjoy that.
And I will bribe mine with the sword.
Are you bribing them or attacking them?
Hard to say. And that ends round 3. So we can reactivate all our characters.
Discard our shared future. And get ready for the next round.
So now we move into round 4. So we'll again be looting 6. Okay.
Getting all of our cards for drafting. I will take 2 events.
Okay. I think I will take a character and a location.
some of those. But I don't have a choice. I'm going all in on the danger, I just want you to know. I'm laughing because all of my cards out here already have danger, and two of the cards in my hand have danger.
Okay.
And I'm a little scared of that. I'm going to do this one. All right.
Okay.
I'll take an event as the favor from the food seller.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm thinking about. Okay.
Okay.
So we are now looting.
So this time we're
6.
looting 6 resources.
So whenever a foe character is placed in your past, which I just did, you may remove a danger from your future. So I'm going to do this, which clears off another one, and another foe goes in my past, so I can remove another danger from my future. I was going to do that one. And I have lost the card of whenever I add a event. Either way, that's going away. So I might as well just. Okay, so I'm now full up on danger. Why not? Okay.
Okay.
You're
so
much faster about that than me.
So you're the start player, so you get to start doing actions first for the
Okay.
action phase.
So I'm going to start with get 1 point, and the player with the most danger reduces 2.
So that's you.
And I still get a point for blue.
Okay.
And I still get, whenever I activate an event, I get an hourglass. So that was 1. And then I'm going to spend time to take a resource off the oasis. So that goes into my present.
I will use the. Actually, I'll use the bodyguard. Move a resource from a card in your future to another card in your future. So I'll move this hourglass here. And then I'll use the thief, gain 1 basic resource from a card in your future. So I will gather that. And therefore, gather this card. So the thief gets bumped into the past. And that was 2 actions.
All right. Oh, I was supposed to look. So I have this character that lets me get favor from a character in my past.
Ah, okay.
I only have a couple characters in my past, though, it looks like. And I only have one that gets me anything. So I'll go ahead and do this, and I'm going to go ahead and get another character into my future.
Okay.
So that's one.
Okay.
And he's a foe. So I have something that activates when I do a neutral character, but I did not do that. So then I will spend 2 basic resources to get a point. So 1 point for blue. And when I activate a neutral character, I can spend an hourglass to get a resource from something in my future. So I'm going to spend this to get a gem. Okay.
Okay. So I will activate an event, Unexpected Allies. Gain 2 points if you have at least 2 neutral characters in your present. And I have 2. The Lamp Merchant and the Blacksmith. So 2 points for green. And whenever I activate an event, I get an hourglass.
Nice.
So that was one action. For my second action, I'll use my Lamp Merchant, spend 3 lamps to get 2 points. 2 more points for green.
Uh-oh, you're going to the lead.
Okay.
Okay. I should do this before I lose that next location. So get 2 points if I have at least 2 outskirts in my presence. I've got the riverbank and the oasis, so 2 points for blue.
Okay.
And then I can choose to move 1 resource from a card in my future to another card in my future. So I'm going to move that hourglass over to the event.
Okay, which means...
Yeah.
Yep.
So I activated an event, so I should have gotten an hourglass.
Oh, yes.
Because I still have my riverbank. But now my riverbank's going away.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I will use the Blacksmith, spend 3 swords to get 2 points. So 3 swords. 2 for green. And I will use the Sheep Herder, 2 swords and 1 gem to get 2 points. So I'm finally cashing in some of my collection of resources. And that was 2 actions.
Okay. So I'm going to use my counterfeiter to get a basic resource of a type I already have. So clearly he is copying a sword for me, as counterfeiters do.
Okay.
Not sure swords are things you can counterfeit. And that is all I'm doing.
Okay. I will use an event, Betrayal. Move a location from your present to your past to get a point. And I will move this in. So that's 1 point for green. And the event also goes away.
And did you lose your activating an event?
I did not, so I still get an hourglass.
That was 1 action?
Yes. I think that'll be it.
Okay. I am passing.
Okay, so you keep the first player marker. So I shall... Is it worth spending time? I don't think it is. I think I will hang on to the time I have. Do I have 1, 2? So I can make use of this event. Gain 2 points if you have at least 3 characters in your past. And I do.
Okay.
So I will use that event. Gain 2 points for green. And I still gain an hourglass when I activate an event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I shall pass.
Okay. So now we need to do the bribe phase. So at the beginning of the bribe phase, if I have at least 1 activated foe, I can reduce a danger. And similarly, if I have an activated friend, I can reduce a danger.
Okay.
Let's actually get 2 2
And so at the beginning of the bribe phase, I get 1 basic resource. So I'll gain a lamp.
Because you need more.
Okay.
And now we
pay our bribe. So I will pay 2
I'm
gems.
going to keep paying gems. They seem to be happy with that.
It makes thematic sense.
It's true.
So now at the end of the round, we can reset all of our characters.
And discard.
Okay, so let's start off round 5, the final round, and deal out new common cards. Sorry, lamp. Gem. Okay, and for our drafting hand,
I'll take 1 event and 1 character. If you can hand me an event.
okay, I'll take a location and an event. I will also try to remember how cards go right side up. Okay. Also running out of room to put all my future cards.
You have such a bright future ahead of you.
Okay, so that means you're going to get these 2.
You are getting these 2.
Okay. So do that one. And for this favorite token, our favorite card, I'll get 2 lamps.
I think I'll take the location card.
Okay.
A tavern. Okay. So now we're looting 7 things. Okay.
Wow, I'm really going all in on the danger this round. Well, that's what I should do, though.
You have plenty of resources to bribe them with, though, so
True.
it's maybe not the worst plan for you. Oh, no.
What?
So I saved another friend because I have this. If I have 2 friend cards in my presence, I get points.
But you're going to bump.
But I'm going to bump my counterfeiter friend.
Unless you could rearrange somehow.
I can't. Oh well, I'm still going to do it.
There also is a friend in the common area.
Yeah,
so you
assuming
can get
I can
them both.
Get there. First, I need to get another hourglass, though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, I guess. Oof. Okay. Second danger. Oh, but I could spend. Oh no, that's the beginning of the bribe phase. Never mind. There was a different card where I could have prevented the danger. Okay, I have finished looting.
Okay, so have I.
Oh, but I'm the start player now.
Yes, so you can
Okay.
begin.
Did I put any more characters in my past? I did. None of them give me hourglasses as a favor, though, so that's great. Oh, but I can use my bodyguard to move that gem over to the event.
Yep.
And then Oh, no, before I do that.
Okay.
Hold on. I want to use my mercenary first.
Okay.
So I get the favor of a card in my of a character in my past, because apparently he's extorting it out of them, maybe? So I will just take the swords from the counterfeiters. That's
Okay.
2 swords. Now I will move that gem over, because it's going to make this foe come out.
And now you collect.
And I no longer get anything. When I move a foe out. So that is my turn.
Okay. I will start cashing in my resources. So the lamp merchant, spend 3 lamps to get 2 points. So 2 points for green. The blacksmith, spend 3 swords to get 2 points. And that's 2 actions. More next round.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cash this in before something happens to one of my friends. So 2 points if I have 2 friends.
Okay.
And I got the riverbank back where I get an hourglass.
Okay.
If I activate. I don't know that there's any way I can get this guy. Into my present, because I would really, really like to. So I guess I will use my vizier to spend a lamp to remove a location from your present to your past. So I'm going to get a little 2-pointer into my past. Okay.
Okay. I will do See It Coming, an event. Get 2 points if you have at least 1 risky and 1 hostile event in your present. So I'll do that. Get 2 points for green. And whenever I activate an event, the riverbank gets me an hourglass. And I will use Returning Favors, that risky event. Spend an hourglass and a basic resource to get 2 points. So hourglass, and I'll use a sword. So 2 points for green. And that was 2 actions. Oh, and I still get an hourglass back for activating the second event.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do my Under a Spell, which is to discard a character from my past and from my present. So I'm going to go ahead and that Royal Guard can get discarded. And my poor Vizier. So that is 5 points for blue, please.
Okay. 19 to 24. So I will use the sheep herder, spend 2 swords and a gem to get 2 points.
I activated.
Did you forget something? Ah.
Okay.
So 2 points and a gem to get 2 points. And
Oh.
let's see, I'll spend time as my second action, and I will take that gem. Okay, my turn is done.
All right. I had forgotten that when I activate a neutral character, but I don't think I had any neutral characters this time. I think everyone's either been friend or foe. So, plus forget rule.
Mm-hmm.
I will go ahead and get a sword from my nomad friend. And a lamp from the royal servant.
Okay. I think there is nothing else useful that I can do, so I'm going to pass. I'll take the first player marker, although it doesn't matter because this is the last round.
You can't do your event there?
No, because it's get 1 danger from 2 cards in your future.
Oh.
So there's 1 danger over there. There aren't any others that are candidates.
Okay.
So.
All right. Just wanted to double check.
Yeah. And I could use the woodcutter, who would add 2 swords to a card in my future.
But again,
Yeah.
this is the last round, so it doesn't really matter. I'm honestly not sure that there's much I can do. What is the event? If you have a risky and a hostile, which I don't.
Right.
Because I could take I've got enough hourglasses to take a resource off that. And
I mean,
these count. Do these count for the
it's
points?
only
Or is it
basic.
basic? So
It's
I
only
might as
basic.
well spend these two to grab another sword from my blacksmith friend. Well, he's not my friend yet, and he's neutral, so he'll never be my friend. And I think that is it for me as well.
Okay. Then we do our last bribe phase.
Okay. So I have at the beginning of the bribe phase, for each foe in your present, I can spend a sword to get rid of it. I mean, in the end, it'll be the same, but I might as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need to spend 1 more resource to bribe the one I have.
Well, so at the beginning of the bribe phase, I gain 1 basic resource. And this one, all other players with 2 danger or less get 1 danger.
Oh.
So you actually get an extra danger, and hence have to
So I
pay an
might as
extra
well
bribe.
not have spent that extra 1 to get rid of that one.
True.
Which, if I'd known about that, I maybe wouldn't have.
Okay. So now we can add up our scores. So to wherever we've been earning points throughout the game.
Okay.
So we're going to go through our past and add up all the points and add them to wherever we are on the track.
Plus 1
Plus
point for every
points
5
from our
resources.
resources.
Basic resources.
Actually, I'll just clean away my cards.
Yeah.
And that will mean there's more room.
I'm way behind in this game. I don't like that.
There you go.
Okay, so for cards, I add 20 points. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay, so 20 for blue, so 24 to 44.
Okay.
So for me, I have 5, 5, 2, so that's 12. So 47.
Wait, you went from 33. You added 2.
Oh,
And then added 10 to that, right?
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you were at 33.
No, I don't remember. No, let's leave it. We can figure it out.
Okay.
So,
I can do it in post.
and now we count up our basic resources, and 1 point for every 5.
get 3.
Okay, I get 2.
Uh-oh.
So we have a tie.
Unless we did this wrong,
Mm-hmm.
which we'll figure out in a minute.
In the case of a tie, the player with the less danger on their danger track is the winner. Wait, actually, I'm not sure. Did I actually pay my bribe of 4?
I thought you
I'm
did?
not sure I did.
I mean, either way.
I don't think I did, but I think it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because I had 4 left over.
So
I think you're the winner. Because you have less danger on your track.
Okay, because I was better at evading the danger.
Clearly.
So I guess I was the better thief this time.
So I guess you're the master of space-time and thievery.
It's true. But only by a little bit. And because I was able to keep my danger under control better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I had never heard of this game until I think I saw you playing it solo on our table, and I said, what is this game?
So I'm a big Doctor Who fan, and the core of Doctor Who is time travel. And so I have a really strong interest in games that use time travel as a theme or a mechanic. Especially because most of the Doctor Who games, being intellectual property games, are just sort of okay. So I heard about A Thief's Fortune, and it sounded really intriguing, so I found a used copy online.
Yeah, so I remember we pulled it out, I think shortly after you played solo a couple times to get the rules in your head. And I was pleasantly surprised by it. I liked the gameplay. I liked that you have this tableau that's constantly moving. You're maybe getting attached to a power that you have, and then all of a sudden it's in your discard pile, in your past, and you no longer have it, and I miss it. But hopefully I've collected another really cool power along the way.
Yeah, I really like that sense of the shifting future and the cards streaming through your tableau of the present and into your past pile.
Yeah, one of the things about this game is I generally don't feel resource starved, at least the way I have in a lot of other games, but it's more about figuring out how to use those resources with the powers that I have to maximize what I can do each round.
Yeah, and the drafting also is, I think, pretty interesting. It's much more complicated than the usual, here's a hand of cards, pick one and pass the rest of the hand on. But I think it gives you kind of more control over what you have, because you can keep a card that you think you'll play next turn.
Mm-hmm. It took me a few rounds to get a grasp on the drafting in this game, because I would miss the fact that the last 2 cards are going out of my hand completely. So I had probably been saving a couple of things that I wanted to use, and then realized, oh no, these are both going to my opponent. And then I would be sad.
Mm-hmm. And also, I often keep something intending to play it next turn, and then I get something really good from my opponent, and now I'm like, oh, well, what do I do?
Yeah. Or I'll pass something on hoping that it'll come back to me, which is likely in the 2-player game, but only if he doesn't find it more interesting than I do.
Mm-hmm. Talking about the game's production, I really like the artwork in this. With its Arabian Nights theme, this could have been like very male-gazy and cheesecakey, and it's not. The characters all look pretty reasonable. I do have some gripes with the production as well. It's sort of pointlessly a table hog, because you have one enormous board with the scoring track around the outside and space on it to dump all of the resources. And it didn't really have to be that big, because we can just dump resources on the table.
Yeah,
or
everyone can make a pile wherever it's convenient.
And I don't know why all of the cards have the same backs, the cards of the 3 types of locations, characters, and events. Because this isn't a deck builder where you shuffle everything together.
And it doesn't matter if people know what type of card you have, because they're all face up until they're in your past, and then I don't think it really matters after that. And it can make it more complicated if you have an accident and all the cards are together. At the end of the game, you have to look at the front and know, oh, this is the shape and color for the events, or, the people, and then makes it harder to get everything back in order for the next game.
Mm-hmm. So the game comes with a solo mode that's basically, it has its own drafting rules that I won't summarize here. And at the start of the game, you pick a random achievement card you're aiming for. And the achievement is something like get 45 points and also have at least 5 events in your past. And so these achievements make it an interesting challenge to how do you score that many points and also meet the conditions on the cards you send to the past.
I'll have to try that sometime.
So I think, in my opinion, this is like an underrated gem. Of the games in our collection, this is the one that got the least attention at the time and is maybe kind of forgotten now. And yet it's a really enjoyable game with a novel theme.
Yeah, I agree. I really enjoy this one. I was surprised I had never heard of it until it showed up in my house. And I do think it kind of missed its chance to get, that attention that I think I agree it should have gotten.
At some point, maybe we'll need to do a fan-based Doctor Who retheme of it.
That would be fun. So I think that's it, probably. If this sounds at all interesting to you, you might want to track down a copy and give it a try. Otherwise, in the meantime, I'll come back again in a few weeks with another Cosmic Game Connection.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Clearly you're the best. So I think you're the better thief and master of space and time.
Start that again, because we had expressions.